Okay, everybody, welcome back. We are going into the last video for Park Fernando, and here we go. As you'll see, it is pretty dark. What had happened was I came on and started making the video, the last video, and unfortunately, the audio didn't capture. I'm kind of new to this. It's hard for me to well, it's just hard to keep everything up, and it's hard to keep everything in the right order. And I just turned off the audio capture, which was really bad because we had a great hunt. I mean, it was really fun. Um, we took a red deer, an axis deer, and then a mystery animal. I'm not going to tell you what, because we're probably going to hunt the same one in this area this episode, and I want it to be a surprise. So I started to sleep inside this little house. And I was under the impression that you could sleep for $250 as long as you wanted. Like every night, $250, you could sleep. They're starting to charge me $2,000 a night. And I'm really upset because I suppose their argument is they want you to like hunt a different area, and I get that, but it's also, is this our 223? I believe it is. I disagree. I disagree with making it more and more expensive to sleep someplace. I think that's a little ridiculous. I think you should be allowed to kind of do what you want. Like, no hotel is going to sit there and say, oh, well, you're staying with us like 8 consecutive nights. The first night is $20 and the next night is 30, and then eventually by the time you leave it's $17,000 a night just because you're staying. Mule deer mating call. Well, I'm not going to lie to you. Mule deer sounds great, but I wanted a puma, and that's what the mystery animal was. I'm going to go ahead and scent up here. We're going for puma, but I'll take mule deer. We're going to get out to where I would like to hunt, but I'm going to check this out first. A little excitement right off the bat, nothing to be bashful about. So we'll check this out, and then we're going to go over to where we're going to hunt. I think you're really going to enjoy it. It's one of the most unique landscapes I remember seeing in the game, and I've been around. I've seen some things, so I think you're really going to enjoy it. But let's just do our due diligence and see if Mr. Mule Deer is it was a mating call, right? It wasn't a warning call. And we did the I don't know what you would call that particular type of lure, the gravity assisted.
Not all tracks lead to animals,
oh yeah, here
so
she's
I
going to
always
do her
apply
thing.
the sniff test. If the droppings are fresh, your game is close by. But if you find older droppings, that animal is long gone, and you should look for the more recent trails.
When I get really good at streaming and making these videos, I'm either going to edit things like that out, or I'm going to remember to move around a little bit and let her talk, and then start the video. But I'm learning. I don't really see that mule deer. I don't know if we're going to wait here for him. I don't believe we are. If it was right behind the house, and we called and we had him come in like super quick, we would take him with a bow, just so it'd be nice and quiet. But yeah, I don't see the particular animal here. Okay, all right. Well, let's go ahead and move to where we want to be for this episode. Okay. So, what's different about hunting at night versus hunting in the day? Well, first off, in the real world, some places won't even let you hunt at night. In Georgia, it is illegal to spotlight a deer. That means you can't drive around in your car and take your light and wash it over a field or a forest or something. And the reason is because deer, their eyes will twinkle and it gives them away immediately. Number one, they'll look at the light. So you're just going to know instantly where they're at, how many of them there are, and you're going to be insanely efficient hunting them. And that's not really what we want. There is an overpopulation of deer in North Georgia, and it is a problem, and it is being addressed through hunting. I can't think of a organization or a fund set up to eradicate deer or stomp them out, but most assuredly there is a problem, and it is being regulated through hunting. But that being said, you don't want to be very efficient. You don't want to take all 7 of your tags on day 1. Because then the rest of the season goes on, and maybe you get a little frustrated that the season's already over because you were so efficient. So you start making a bad choice. You start getting back out there, just to look, just to enjoy it. Then you take your rifle with you, and now all of a sudden you're in a situation where you could commit a crime. You could take more than your allotted share. Or your buddy, he gets sick and he gives you his, and that's not appropriate either. But you just, hunting at night, a lot of places don't allow it. It just breeds a bad situation. I wouldn't say it's a conflict of interest, but it definitely isn't in the best interest of the wildlife in the area. Even though there is an overpopulation, it's just not appropriate to handle that through unfair means. There should be a level of luck. The animal, you want the animal to be able to survive in the wild. And I know it's so weird to say, well, if you have an overpopulation problem, you need to thin out the herd. You don't need more of them to survive, but you don't want the door to swing back the other way. You don't want to have the deer population become more than decimated, where now you don't have a good wild stock to breed from. You have bucks that are, ooh, that is exactly what we are looking for. And this is the area to do it if you're coming out at night, because you can see forever. We are going to be hunting a puma at night, and we are on the trail, ladies and gentlemen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move up this way. She's off to our left. For some reason, we know that sound is a quote chasing sound, which I guess means she's hunting. So we're going to come up here and we're going to look off that direction and see if we can't see her chasing whatever it is she's chasing. Now, this area is the last area that we're hunting in Park Fernando. This is our last video here. We're going to be moving on after this one. And this hunting area is, I suppose, it's some type of a controlled burn or wildfire. But this area, it will be similar to the fields of Germany, where you have a lot of visibility. You can see what's happening. You can see the animal that you're interested in. You can find the rest areas fairly well. And once you have the animal that you would like in your sights, then you can, move around, set up your ambush, get your lures and your scents working for you, and you can really enjoy taking a perfect shot. I would argue that if you're going to do bow or handgun, that this, or even the shotgun, that this would be an area you'd want to set up just to get the ambushing tactics down, the lure tactics down, getting used to the idea of drawing the animal into you. We are going to be taking a long-range shot at night with probably the 7 mag, but I'm going to have to look and see what the ammo is. I need to see what the Puma is classified as. I don't remember seeing a Puma symbol, so I'm going to need to see what either symbol she goes by or the numerical designation, and then we're going to use either the 223 or the 7 mag to take her. You know, there's a part of me that thinks we'll take her with a bow. The bow would be fun. At the same time, I don't really feel like we're going to get close to her. I feel like... God, that's terrifying. She's 5. Okay, God, that is terrifying. When I was growing up in North Georgia, we would kill hogs right before the fall, and we would take a day to butcher them up. And God almighty, that noise. We're in between 2 of them. We might push back that way because we want to hunt this area that looks like it's going back closer into the forest. But in North Georgia, we have these cats. Maybe not puma, but mountain lion. And they're aggressive animals. Like, I can't explain to you the commitment to aggression that these animals are known for. You know, with a bear, if you stumble upon it, it kind of has this, hey, boo-boo, kind of, you know, dinkiness to it. You know, if you piss it off, by all means, it's not there anymore. But I guess what I'm trying to say, and I apologize for not being articulate, is that these cats will go from 0 to kicking your ass in a second. And, I mean, they won't feel bad about it. So hunting them is something I have never done in real life. We would kill those hogs, and those things would smell the blood, and they would come in close to the barn, you know, looking for the body, and they would yell and hiss and scream, especially if 2 of them came in, and 2 of them were fighting over the body, or fighting over the, you know, where the blood was, and oh man. Aggressive creatures, aggressive. You hear that story out in California. There was a gentleman going out for a jog, and one of these things got on him, and it turns out he survived by strangling it to death. And I suppose that is exactly the type of mentality you have to have if you're up against one of these things, is that by any and all means possible, you're walking away. If it means sitting there and choking the life out of this thing while because it's got 4 legs, and each of those legs has 4 claws, you know, that's a lot of shredding and tearing and kicking. But to sit there and choke the life out of that thing, you gotta be committed, you know, to aggression just as much as it is, if more. But that's enough of that. It chills my bones just thinking about it. And if you don't, you know, I'll say this and then I'll move on. But if you don't believe me, there's a video on YouTube of a police officer. He's rolling up to a scene where people in the area are saying there is a lady and something, she's being attacked. Like, she needs help. We don't know where she's at, but Lord, she's dying. So this police officer gets out, pulls out his flashlight, and he's looking around this warehouse, and you know, he's trying to orient himself. He doesn't know where she's at. He doesn't know. You know, no one does. That damn thing screams like you heard at the beginning, and he just gets right back in his car. You know, this is a guy sworn to protect people, and that just aggression that these animals that they exude, you know, it pushes you. It will physically push you away from them. You know, so I understand where that guy was coming from. There's a mating call of one over here. We're breaking out into some open area, so hopefully we're going to get a shot on her real quick. And again, these are apex predators. These are the hunters. It's not like a roe deer where you come up on it and it gets scared, and it's like, oh, I better run for my life. Or a water buffalo that'll run for a little bit, and then it'll get its wits about it, and it'll come back to protect the herd or whatever. This thing from the get-go is going to come at you. And here we are running into it with a pair of binos out. How about we be the dumbest person on the planet? Oh, hello. It's morning time, so now we get to see a little bit of the tracks. Okay, that works for me. That's Puma, and she's running. Where is she running to, I wonder? Down that way, maybe? Chasing a herd of animals, or is she running away from us? You folks see her, you let me know. Here she is. That's a mating call again. Right there out in front of us. I can't get a good shot on her. I don't even see her. I wonder, maybe we'll come over here. The mating call is good to hear. If it's a warning call, she's on to us. But if it's mating call, then maybe we can take her by surprise. Oh, good morning, dear. How are you? Now that'll happen. Absolutely. I can't tell you how many mornings on the farm I got up. Just got out early to go for a ride on the quad or just be up and walking around. And deer run right past you. You just say good morning. No reason to run and go get the gun and try to shoot it or anything. Like, it's okay. Okay just to kind of exist sometimes. He's walking off this way, it says. We need to find some poop right quick. Run into a tree, that's part of it. I just don't want it to be Mama Bobcat, or excuse me, Puma. Yes, again, the game will bug out. Like the game sometimes will get into a loop, and you'll see the animal run into a loop like that. Okay, here we go. More. Still going out that way. I hope this is the mating call. Now that's a boy, and we were following a female. So there are probably two of them, and at the beginning of the video we had two that we were in between of. I'm kind of hoping we can... Oh, what's that? That's a deer. We're not hunting deer this week. We're not hunting. I want to check with the binos here, brother. The binos allow you to do the spotting thing. Makes it a little easier on you. You don't have to. Mighty. There's that deer again. Two of them. Oh God. There's a lot happening. find that. Let me just take 1 second. Inventory. Ammunition. It's for 5. For 5. I don't know. I don't know if that's... But recommended class is 4 to 9. Okay. And that was the 7 mag. She's right here on us. We have one down there and she's over there. Something's happening behind us. I hear her. God, she's right here. I don't even know if I should keep the scope on. I can hear her. She's right here. You hear her? Damn. I don't know where she's at. She's going to be right here in front of us, like 10 feet, staring at us. We're going to make eye contact, and she's going to charge. Lord help us. If you came to this channel on Halloween, well, this is about as spooky as shit gets. Oh, he's right here. If that's just the game making that noise, and there really isn't one here, I feel like a fool. And that's just the trouble. If you don't have a lure, you gotta go stalk them. The hell is that? Is he right there? Go. That's it. And that is about as close as I want to get to one of them son of bitches. Now that, what we were hearing up there, that growling, if you ever hear that in the real world, you're out hiking with your family and you hear that, I wish I could tell you what to do, but at that moment in time, you're gonna have to figure it out. But that definitely is an uh-oh situation. I don't even know where he was. I'm so drained. I don't even know where I took that shot at. I don't even know. I feel like he was standing on a tuft of grass. I feel like it was right up here. I don't see blood though. Is this running? Nope, this is walking. Very old. Folks, I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm so drained as it is. Like, I don't even remember where I took that shot at. I don't have the replay enabled. I feel like he was standing on a tuft of grass, and I got him right in the back. Oh man, I hope our puma hunt doesn't end up a bust. Damn noise again. I don't know if the game is doing it on purpose or if we're next to one of them. I can't tell. This is running. Well, hell's bells. Lord have mercy. You hear him. I hope you hear him. Scaring the crap out of me. Okay. Alright. Came down from over there. He was pretty far away. Go back over here right quick and we'll see what we can see. Okay. Came back over here. Pulled out the binos. Looked around. And we saw him standing. I feel like we saw him standing right over here on that tuft of grass. Now the grass is short there, and over here it's long grass. I feel like he was standing in the short grass over there. We shot him. Oh. I thought I saw something. Maybe nothing. But as we came through right there, we were getting yelled at by something. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if the game is making that noise on purpose because we're close to one, or if it's because we're tracking it and they're setting a mood. Like, oh, the player has clicked on 3 consecutive puma tracks. Let's go ahead and start playing that noise, you know? Well, it looks like that's long grass up here. It looks like short grass from far away, but over here it looks like short grass. We just gotta find the blood trail. I'm sure we hit him that far away from with the 7 Magnum. I think we got him. We could check the map and see if we're purple, but I feel like that's cheap. I feel like that's cheap. I hate for him to get away, though. I feel like he's gone, though. Like, he has already made his escape. I just got so scared, and I saw him, and I was like, well, damn, there he is. Just took a shot on him. I feel like it was good. I feel like it was right on his back. I was hoping to paralyze him. I was hoping to get him in the... I was hoping to get him in the back and paralyze him and drop him right there. That's fresh, it says. I bet this is our boy here, and this is him moving out of the area after we shot at him. Well, we'll go up here and I don't see blood. I'm gonna check. Yeah, we didn't get him. It's a big park. We have a lot of opportunities. We're not hunting the area, we ought to be hunting for this video because, we do have a schedule and we have a format we should be keeping, but, sometimes it's not the area you're hunting, it's the game, like what is it you're going for. And it just so happens that I think Puma would be a really good way to end this 3-part series here. I tell you, I also feel like I'm being too loud. My microphone here, I got it. It's been a couple of days setting it up, but I can't tell if I'm too loud or too soft. Nice little valley right through there. Believe it or not, that's a really good place to set up because the fur of these animals is meant to blend in with the forest and foliage. So if you can come right back through here, and if you can put a rock, like if you can stand right here and measure out 100 or 50 yards, 100 yards, meters, whatever you want to do, and you can put a rock there from where you're standing, and you can set up shop here, and there's water somewhere down there where that or if there's a trail, if there's a deer trail, then this is great because you're going to get a good side shot. They're not going to walk toward or away. They're going to cross this, and they're going to cross it quick because they know they're vulnerable. They know they're out. So you have to be paying attention. But you're going to get a sideways shot. You're going to get good silhouette because their fur is designed to blend in with trees, with shrubs, with plants and grass. But this being a much different looking background than what they're supposed to, then you should be able to, get a good silhouette, a good shot on them, and just take care of business. I'm hoping that we're gonna come up over one of these rises, and we're just gonna check. We're gonna see him walking up the side of the mountain or something. But I know we need to get a move on here. Did he? Oh, we probably spooked him. Look at that. We probably spooked him. He probably heard us coming after him. Took off down the mountain. And again, sometimes it's better not to run, just to start walking. See what you can see. Such good music. Love it. And again, I believe this area is inspired by Patagonia. So if you like this area and you think it's really pretty, and this is something that you like this map, then definitely look into Patagonia. I believe that's what this is based on. So probably would get a real nice kick out of that. Well, I don't know how long this video is. 30 minutes, it looks like. We had some action in the beginning, but I think it's settled down now. Let's look at the poop here. Well, this is very fresh. So he's not too far ahead of us. We just gotta catch a break. Oop! Speaking of a break, we'll come right out there in front of us. He went down the... There's a lip. Always a lip. Always. He is there. Whole herd. Look at that. Massive. Okay. Now I know where I shot him. See how the game is glitching out here? They can't. Having a hard time moving away from me. Now let's go over here. Looks like Mr. Puma went off over the top of that mountain. Our shot came in on this guy right here. We're trying to go for that male. There might have been a female in the way, but for us to not draw blood on this one, I'd be very surprised because there were two overlapping. Get in here and see if we can't see some blood somewhere. Blood spatter. We should be able to pretty readily see. Am I shooting blanks? Oh, look, there was water down here. Yeah. Okay, good. That's what I was talking about earlier. You know, if it was a water source, you're going to see a lot more movement, especially in the early morning. Just like you or me, they're going to get up and want some water. Am I shooting blanks? Am I a horrible shot here? I don't see blood anywhere. And there were two overlap. Lord have mercy. At this point, I wouldn't blame you if you went and watched someone else hunt. Elmer Fudd, perhaps. Damn audio's too loud. Can't track a puma. This is a shot on a red deer. No blood. I don't know. Check the map. Nope, no purple. Got you yelling at me? Warning call? Yeah, well, warn all you want. I have a gun. What do you got? The ability to dodge bullets, it would seem. Oh, Lord. Well, at least the sun's coming up. At least it's coming up. Oh, look at that. Catch him just laying down like that. He's got a pretty rack on him. It's pretty small though, but I don't know for that species. It might be pretty good. Let's just have a look here. Mule deer, very easy. Level 6. We can take him with the 7 mag. I need to. Man. I think I missed him too. Two shots out. Let's go see. Alright. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Of all the things I thought I'd have trouble with, shooting the animals wasn't my problem. I thought it would be the video or the audio, the levels. Hey, if you can survive disappointment, though, you can survive almost anything. I might make this a supplemental like I did that other one, just because it's so lackluster, but it's footage, hunting isn't easy. Man, I don't see blood spatter here either. And that guy was walking away as if he had not gotten shot. Like I said, hunting is not easy. No, and there's a puma around. I tell you. Animals everywhere, just can't land a shot. Oh, is that blood? Oh, well, hallelujah. Hallelujah. We finally drew blood. Woo! Oh, okay, let's run this trail. How about it? Non-vital organ hit, very fresh. Well, story of my life, I suppose. We took 2 shots at him. He should be down somewhere up here. There he is. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to try to figure out how to take a screenshot here. Everybody says that's what you're supposed to do, is take a screenshot. So everyone's like, wow, look what he got on this hunt. You know, like, we need to watch that video. Let's do it right here. Oh, probably should get that UI to go away. Yeah. UI to drop. The hell was that? Oh, you can call at them. Oh, that's great. You do that with coyotes to get their attention. They're very energetic creatures. They'll, hey, that'll work. I think that gets rid of the UI. They're very energetic creatures, so did I shoot them one time in the butt? Well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Any meat is good meat. Boom, in the bank. Park Fernando, thank you so much for having us. That might conclude our video. We're at 41. I'll give it 5 more minutes just for us to find some trouble. But Park Fernando, absolutely wonderful place. Very near and dear to my heart. We're almost back where we started. This is the area. You know what? We'll hump it over there right quick. That's what we'll do. We'll hump it out over there. I'll pull out the binos. We'll give it a good look-see and see if there's anything in the morning sun that looks interesting. And we'll try to engage it. And we'll come in from the elevate. Oh, there it is. You can kind of see it. That's so cool. That's what's one of the best things about this game is that you can plan so much because you can see so far. So there it is. I don't know if that's wildfire, if a disease got into that grove, or like beetles came in and just tore it up, but something happened. It works out for us because we can see game for miles, right? So let's move down that way. We'll come in, like I said, from an elevated position, the sun in our back, see what we can see, and hopefully we'll bag us one more animal here. And then we'll say au revoir or ciao to Park Fernando, which is one of my favorite. It's great. It feels like home. Can I just say that? It feels like home. Germany is fantastic. I love Germany. I love the color. I love the atmosphere. But Park Fernando, it almost feels like this is where you work, you know, and you're just familiar with it, with everything. Well, for me, it does. If you purchase this game, that's one of the things I would like, you know, that's the experience I would like for you to have. Yes, the hunting is fun. The rifles look great. The sounds are amazing. The developers have stuck with the game. They gave out the True Rack system, I believe, for free. I don't recall having to purchase that. The targeting range, I believe, now is free. I think they actually introduced different or more species for free in some of the maps. So it's an all-around great game, but the experience I would like for you to have is that one of your maps that you run across, you just kind of fall in love with it, and you're like, this is great, you know, like, this is where, and then you would understand why hunting is so appealing. You would understand why people like to get out and go hunting. Now, I grew up in North Georgia, and I grew up with fellas that, you know, I don't feel like hunting was their primary love, and who am I to judge what their hobbies are? But there were times that I felt that, I don't know, it's hard to describe. I hope, what I'm trying to tell you though is, I hope you fall in love with one of the maps, and I hope it feels like home, and I hope you like hunting it because you like walking the land, and you like knowing about it. You like investigating the animals that live there. You like knowing their habits. You respect them, right? Now the puma, I respect it. It's a aggressive wild animal, you know. And when we shot at that one, yeah, I didn't spend a lot of time tracking it, and I really should have paid attention to where I shot it. But I was scared, you know. I was nervous. The atmosphere that you. Okay, well, let's break that train of thought. We're here now. Let's have a look. Let's see if there's anybody out here. Sometimes you catch a couple of deers in transit. Sometimes you don't. It looks like today we're not catching anybody out here. But we're at the top part of it, and I've hunted this a lot. So let's move out over here, and we'll look down this way. We'll go over here to this little observation tower. And even though I've hunted this area, there are tracks here, right? So don't think, you know, hunting an area will reduce the animals in the area, but doesn't it get rid of it completely? Who is this here, by the way? Mule deer? Mule deer having a little trot right here on the edge. But yeah, you respect the animals. I respect the puma. It's a very aggressive animal. I know about it. The mule deer, the axis deer, you know, they're special in their own way. Not aggressive, but they're beautiful animals. And it's almost a shame to have to violently take them, because that's just how it goes. But that's their spirit. You know, you talk about great works of literature, and you're like, well, that connects you to that time and people. It shows you that humans haven't changed too terribly much, that we've always had these difficulties. You know, your parents not understanding you isn't anything new. It was alive and well in Shakespeare's time. Being pulled away from your family and you feel like the world is against you, that's nothing new. It was alive and well in the time of when the Iliad and the Odyssey were written. You know, heartbreak, betrayal, again, alive and well. And that's kind of what hunting does for me, is it connects me with a people much older than written stories. Like us hunting that puma and being as scared as we were, you know, that's something that every human in the great long chain of our descendants has felt. Anyone that's had to hunt to make a living, anyone that's crossed paths with an apex predator, that's something that they've had to deal with, and we experienced that too. You know, and they came away from that situation with a different world outlook and a different philosophy about who they were and what it means to be alive and providing for a family, and you know, so do we. We connect just like the books connect us. We connect like the oral traditions connect us. And somewhere along the way, this is, I guess what I was trying to say earlier, is that somewhere along the way, a group of people hijacked what it meant to be a hunter, and they hijacked what it meant to take an animal, and they convinced a lot of people that that culture was uniquely theirs, and that you weren't a part of it unless you played by their rules, and you talked like they talked, and you behaved like they did. But that's not the case. And to prove the point, I'd like to say goodbye. Thank you for watching the video. And instead of taking that animal, just going to enjoy it. Beautiful. Park Fernando, South America. Thank you for having us. We look forward to coming back. Hopefully it'll be sooner rather than later.